Hey there, Bear Bull traders. Valentin here, and we're looking at another trade book setup of the day. There's a couple of opportunities today in the markets, but we're going to be diving into Tesla and more specifically the ABCD pattern of Tesla. So let's take a look here. We're going to start off with the stocks and play criteria. And the first thing we look at is a clean daily chart. We want to see something that's tradable, has enough volume, and provides decent opportunity. And as I mentioned, Tesla has provided us with many opportunities in the past couple months, and today was no different. So the chart on the daily is looking pretty clean. We have a nice trend up pretty much the whole year. We had a nice push, consolidation, and now we're continuing upwards. So we're seeing if we can get some of that upward momentum. Clean daily chart, check. Now we're going to take a look at the 60-minute. So on a 60-minute, we can see there's a pretty defined range here. We have a lower end around 248. Towards the higher end, we have 264.75. And of course, we had a big push into 279.50s. But that's a little bit on the higher end. In the near term, I think we're going to be looking at these two major levels. And right in between, actually, at around 256, 257.80, we have a VPOC daily. And the reason that's important is, that's where most of the buyers and traders are transacting. That's where the equilibrium, so to speak, is on this time frame. And, above that, we're going to be looking to long. That's going to be where buyers are in control. And whoever was short selling is trapped underwater, and now they're going to have to cover, which provides some more buying demand. On the downside, vice versa, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to be looking to short that because that's when a lot of the sellers are going to be in control, and the buyers are going to be underwater. So they're going to cover us. They're going to sell, especially after a long uptrend like this. They're going to take some profits and hopefully buy somewhere a little bit cheaper. So that's the 60-minute confirmation. And then we're looking at level to play, and that's going to be a little bit closer to the what's going on in the chart right now, looking left. So if we take a look, the previous day low is right around here, 257.80, and that actually coincides with the daily VPOC, which is great. We want more confirmation at more levels. The more levels we have at that level is perfect. And then we're taking a look at a little bit closer. From here, we have a couple of levels from the pre-market. These aren't major levels, but this is where we've seen the market action stop in the near term, and we're going to see if we do get any action off those levels. So that's kind of what we're looking at right off the open. So let's take a look and see what happens off the first 30 minutes and see if we find any action. So let's dive into 10 o'clock and see what has happened in the initial push here. All right. So the daily levels and the hourly levels we've charted up are actually coming into play right away. We get a big drop, and note this is the 5-minute, just to kind of give us an idea of what's happening here. We're going to go a little bit deeper into the 1-minute and see exactly what's moving here. So we get a big drop, and look where we drop. So we clear out the pre-market low, and then we stop right at that major daily level, right? So that's a great sign. That means the buyers are coming in. And we get a strong push up, 3 million volume. We get a big drop, strong close, right? This is a very bullish hammer, and then we get a push up. So this is where I mentioned we had a couple of opportunities. This could very well be a 1-minute orb, right? Or you can even put it up here for the pre-market levels. However, as I mentioned, we're going to be looking at more of the ABCD. So let's take a look here. So this would mark us A, and then we get that initial push. So we don't know as it's progressing, right? We're just looking, okay, so this is an A, this is a low. We get a push, now it's starting to pull back. So this could be potentially our B. Where is our C? Well, we don't know yet. We've got to take a look. Where are our levels that we've drawn out? Let's take a look a little bit wider. So we got this level here and this level here. As we start coming back in, okay, so now we're looking at a level in play. We got a couple of levels here. Now we're looking for a reaction at a level. So as we're coming in here, the reaction is essentially a candle confirmation. Do we have, a sell-off and then a quick buy to provide us that confirmation of buyers coming in? So we get a sell-off here, and then we get this, once again, bullish hammer. So this could be a potential level of entry. Let's take a look. We got a reaction, and then what's our fib retracement here? What's our retracement on this move? So it's right around 30, right? So when we take a look, 50 to 70 is a typical retracement for ABCD. 30-50 is a super strong stock. And Tesla has been super strong, if you ask me. So that matches our criteria. Perfect. So now where are we looking to enter? This is a first leg. Perfect. We're looking to enter on the 1-minute high. So let's take a look. We enter. Sorry, let me remove this. We're going to enter as this breaks, and then we're going to risk either the low or call it the VWAP just to be a little safe. So we get a quick push, and we get almost 3.5, 4R almost instantly. So that's a nice move right there. In the money right away, no stress, and it works out great. And at this point, we're looking at, okay, where can we add? Where could we get bigger if we do get a big move from Tesla here? So let's take a look at some of the levels. We've got the early highs right around there. We make our high. We're starting to come back in. So this is actually a potential interesting area, right? We get a move, we're closer to VWAP, we're getting that drop back, and now we're getting this reaction at this level once again, right? So we've got that candle confirmation. What's our retracement here? Right around 30. So realistically, this could be the B right there. And now we could be coming into C, right? This could be our new C level. We don't know yet, but that could be our level. So as we break this 1 minute high, we could be looking to enter. So let's take a look what happens if we do enter on that 1 minute high. Let's skip forward to call it noon just to kind of see how the game has progressed, how the day has continued on. So that actually ended up that was the C, right? So in real time, we were looking at that break, and that ended up being the C, which in our case was lucky. But that's a great call, great opportunity to take a trade there. Let's remove some of these just to clear it up a little bit, and then now we're in the money right away, and it's starting to push. Notice we get close into view up again, and that's on the intraday. That's where the equilibrium is, which is perfect. We're looking to buy as close as we can where the buyers on the day are, and then looking to sell into extension and two to one risk reward, high of day, and the ATR, right? So we get to partial a couple times into high of days. There's going to be another partial there, maybe an extension, another high of day push right around here. And now we're looking at, is there anywhere that we can get bigger? So we notice we have the previous day level here, and then we have the VPOC. So this could potentially start us a new trend on the bigger time frame, right? So this wasn't really an ABCD on the bigger time frame. This could be our first ABCD. So let's take a look. That could be our B. We don't know where our C is. Call it we're trading right here. We don't know, but this could be the C. We're getting our pullback. What's the retracement level? Let's take a look here. Same kind of thing, 30. Notice we had a 30 retracement on the first trade, 30 retracement on the second trade, around a 30, 35 retracement on the third trade. So this is, it's one, it's in unison, it's replicating itself. And two, we're getting confirmation that, okay, it is a really strong stock. So 30 to 50 is what we're expecting. We get that 30. Now we're looking for a reaction at that level. Once again, on the 5 minute, we get a bullish hammer here, which is great. We're at a major level, the previous day low, the VPOC. So this is where we want to see buyers coming in, and we want to see a big pop, right? This is where all the buyers and sellers are. If we get underneath, that's where the sellers are in control. We could see a big drop there. If we pop, then we're expecting to see a big pop into that next major level, right? So that's exactly where we are. And this time we can even take a look a little bit deeper. We do get a strong close here on the 5 minute, but how are we looking on the 1 minute? In case we want to get a little bit more granular on this, let's take a look on the 1 minute chart. And as you can see, as we do come in, we have that confirmation on that 1 minute. Another thing to note here is look at the levels, right? So like I said, we're right about VWAP. We're also right at a whole dollar level. Where were we here on this level? It was around 255, also at a whole dollar level. And previously it was around 253. So note how all these levels and reactions are coming at a whole dollar level, but we're breaking below, right? And reason being there is the big boys, the institutions that are buying, they want to buy larger amounts, but they can't just sit at 253.01. They're not going to get much liquidity. They have to drop it through 253, collect that liquidity. People are going to be shorting. That's where a lot of the retail stops are. So they're going to push through and then rip it, right? Same kind of thing here. Push through 255 and then rip it. Similar kind of thing here. So as you notice, we're replicating multiple confirmations on these entries. So once again here, we enter on that, we enter on the 5 minute, just because, this is a third leg. Our plan says first and second leg. So this is essentially would be a second leg on the bigger time frame. So we enter on that 5 minute. Say we're risking VWAP once again. Almost instantly we're in the money, right? No stress whatsoever, continue to trade. Now we're thinking, okay, is there potentially other pullbacks? We could see, but let's take a look at how it plays out on the larger scale here and see kind of where our major partials should be. So let's take a look halfway through mid and to the end session. So now we're coming in. Now we've likely taken, following our plan, we're going to take our partials into high of day. This could be another ABCD, but notice how here we're pretty far from VWAP, right? All the other ones have kind of pulled into VWAP. So here we're thinking we might continue to go here, and we don't really get a reaction here, so we're gonna let it be and continue to see how it closes. So now we're looking for our final partial here, and like I mentioned, we're trying to look for the major levels, and look where we close. We close right near that major pivot point, right? So we capitalized on a full day's trend, just staying in the trade, following our ABCD rules, and partially into high of day, round numbers, 2 to 1 risk reward, and strong levels into the close here. So let's do a quick little recap of what we've seen here. We've seen some nice continuation setups here on the ABCD pattern, and every time we're looking for a reaction at these levels, right? We're not just taking a trade just to take the trade at a random level. We want to see where the buyers are coming in, right? We had some major levels here, confirmation. We had a close pull into VWAP here, also at a whole dollar level. Similar kind of thing here, whole dollar above previous high, coming in with a reaction. And then this final one was right at VWAP, right at previous day low, VPOC daily, and at that whole dollar level. And then we managed to pull out, realistically, if you just took one trade, you're probably looking at a 8 to 10 max R. But if you capitalize on every single one in your recycling, you're looking at a 20, 30 R trade here, which is absolutely beautiful. So, like I said, Tesla has been beautiful for us over the last couple months, and today was no difference. So, hope you guys had a great day in the market, and we'll catch you tomorrow.